And speaking of Valentino Rossi, he'll have all eyes on pole position for fast off the line. Frankie Morbidelli and Aleix Espargaro.
To see the Monster Energy Yamaha. His weekend got off to a painful start as well with a violent high.
From 15th on the grid today. So good to see him back.
Thought he was going to be riding for Honda in the Suzuka 8. The state-of-the-art facilities here at Silverstone.
Two very tight hairpins, so it's going to be very congested in long pit lane here, longer than they had last year.
Speaking of performance in the tricky conditions in the sprint, yes.
To manage today.
Up on the radars in about 20 minutes time. We'll get set then for the grid ceremony here. The dignitary success in the British Grand Prix in Moto 2. That's maybe just about a minute's time as we look windy.
Very, very British.
Yes, absolutely. I think Ruby's heading straight back home to Australia. 27 points behind Bagnaia going into this 20-lap British Grand Prix.
To say, Marco Bezzecchi has looked wonderful.
We didn't try a lot in drag. Difficult, but anyway, I think we have a very good feeling. It was a completely different day, weight condition and...
Well, clearly this British Grand Prix will start with
tyre. Everybody has gone for the soft front tyre with 3.
He looks calm, he looks relaxed, but there'll be a few Butty 22 from last season. Race day crowd in MotoGP. Go on, Simon.
Piero.
For the race distance, probably one or two riders, they will try the soft on the rear. They mean better feeling, better turn-in for the very different today compared to...
Thanks, Simon. Thanks to Piero Tarantino. There has never been an independent 20-lap British Grand Prix. Third place on pole here in Great Britain. Running the chase for glory in 2023 starts right. Still sit on top of the throne. Can he be the... We've had to deal with wind, cool, last 3 years. Alex in the tracks of Jorge Lorenzo, Marc Marquez, Valentino Austria, which has been Ducati territory.
Brad Binder is now the only rider, according to Michelin.
So then we're about to complete the national circuit in India. Tickets selling like hotcakes. Another barnstorming British Grand Prix here. We'll go from the front row of the grid. Into Abbey for the very first time, Pecco Bagnaia.
Alex Marquez, who had to check there up behind Bagnaia, so Marquez...
21st place.
Yeah, costly move. There were 2 riders there.
Jorge Martin might be losing more vital ground in this title. Now for the slingshot through Chapel, down the hanger strap.
Brought him right onto the tail of Jack Miller, who looks like he's going...
Could disrupt this British Grand Prix at the moment. They said
he left the screen, he's dropped behind Fabio Quacchi.
That's going into Brooklands. He got good drive then. Through Woodcote for the first time. Bagnaia then now just
reaching out and touching the Mooney VR46 Ducati.
So already you could see that Bagnaia was starting to put in this World Championship. Top 2 medley doors in this British Grand Prix.
To Village Corner, he's going to put himself under so much pressure.
Left into Brooklands. This was very first lap.
Alex Marquez is through there.
Bagnaia getting away here, so Alex Marquez
left off sadly for the Repsol Honda man, but this Bezzecchi as they cross the line. It's a 2:00.7.
Maverick Vinales just trying to find a way through.
Marco Bezzecchi down the front straight on an early lap. Phillip Island, outside, inside, because it's so...
Half laps from Aleix Espargaro. We were really keeping a very close eye on the camera lenses. We'll be keeping a very close...
The red cross if one marshal does see rain spots falling. Right podium positions. Aleix Espargaro is on the march.
Should it stay dry throughout the 20-lapper? Time here for Aleix Espargaro.
Picture as Jorge Martin tries to go around the outside there. Makes
there, isn't he? He is going in deep, and that's going to cost him a few bike lengths then now towards...
Third sector somewhere.
What has happened to Alex Marquez then? I think it's happened early on though. What's not up for dispute
is to stay in this Grand Prix, but unfortunately he is Grand Prix, and you kind of get the feeling from what we've seen in the past, particularly...
Saw the right front wing was broken, but that's not...
Bezzecchi!
Bezzecchi! He's gone down! Marco time around, he doesn't keep his sunny side up. Marco Bezzecchi's 3rd crash of the weekend then. So Marco Bezzecchi then to start lap number 7, about what 3rd race distance
back of them. So for the championship, of course, it's dream ticket at the moment.
Credit to Fabio Quartararo having started last.
Espargaro is absolutely taking chunks of time.
Wonder as Aleix Espargaro now, well, he is giant. He's come from 12th place on
2 years ago. He was convinced he was going to win the Grand Prix champion, of course, armed with the knowledge that Martin's way down the
charge towards the podium battle potentially continued.
It wasn't just Aleix Espargaro. Last time
the 88 bike. This has been a tough Gaia and Aleix Espargaro. The gap between the pair just looking towards Brad Binder. as they weave their...
The wind holding you back.
Simon Bezzecchi was down, and wasn't he, with minimal war into the low gear, one of the slowest corners around Silverstone, into the village.
Does because of this moment here coming down the iron straight yet, but that is a crucial miss for Marco Bezzecchi.
At the moment, still outside of the top. Well, he's just gone in
of laps ago. Marc Marquez down in 12th position, who could make it 3 Aprilias in the top 5 positions. Very
shoulder injury, but a bit of payback there. You feel Oliveira gets 16th to 5th, as Lewis mentioned, 3 Aprilias.
But he and Enea Bastianini have, because of the long lap, there's many corners.
That the gap that Oliveira has been able to establish over it has stayed away so far. Is there more late drama?
Picture I saw Martin going past Morbidelli, so there you can see the back. Just over a second adrift of his teammate now.
Cares ahead of him there is Brad Binder, and he absolutely did get ripped off. So that'll be was able to respond on the factory Ducati in the third. Coming late on here because Vinales is
Argaro, and there is your leading 4 all in one. Jorge Martin moves up into 8th place. Fabio Quattin
starting to fall in the paddock. Will it be enough in the downpour conditions yesterday morning?
Will stick out it, but look how much this leading 4 has.
It's having a rare off day, so how much Binder about to produce another slick time miracle
into the South African's hands. He's right on the back.
The beast just has not shown his teeth at all. Could get worse. These are your top quarter, 20th and 10th. He's gone 16th between Bagnaia, Espargaro, Vinales and Binder.
But it's the battle of the Aprilias for second at the moment.
Yes, Vinales with half a dozen bike lengths clear after that little melee.
For 3 different manufacturers, he's just got the number.
Really scary.
Oh, someone's down.
It is Simon's. Vinales were tentative, as you expect in the Stowe. You win 4 wet weather tyres, but it's Brad Binder. Well, they are taking the punt. Taka Nakagami as well.
Made for Brad Binder. There is Marc Marquez, who we mentioned.
Finished a feature Grand Prix race on Sunday since the stress and high pressure situation he finds himself.
Gauge yourself, gauge the grip levels and what's going on ahead.
Luckless Crypto Data R&F team.
He started
then now into Village, over the line. Oliveira just 1 point.
The guys who change bikes are going to come back into this, so at the moment
that's the signal that they have come in. They are the quartet that have 4 or 5 seconds behind this league group.
He's the first rider to hit the corners, and he's not aware.
It's all about the risk that you're willing to take here, judging the cons. Very much game on, isn't it? Oliveira on the factory case on the top 10 with the latest Spargo. It could be Oliveira winning.
Pulls that tighter line on the inside of Binder, who's tipped
it. He was in 8th place. He just been earlier on Marco Bezzecchi and Alex Marquez.
Slower than the leaders, so that gamble did not work.
Making MotoGP racing might look like, well, there you go. Brilliant corner speed, wasn't he? Coming through the loop. He's just losing ground here.
Glenn Rasley, could this be a dream final lap?
Out of Chapel we go on this penultimate.
Back through on Binder, 1 lap to go. It's
brawling, nail-biting British Grand Prix. 4 on that factory Aprilia. Immense again here in the British Grand Prix.
Magnus Beck gets a Chapel. He might be able to attack. He's going to attack before this.
Win of 2023. Are we going to see?
Close to track limits.
Can he get through? Down they come into turn number. Alex Espargaro is your race. Bagnaia was denied on the very last lap, but they never had 2 bikes on a MotoGP podium. Next lap run off. Marini, Miller, Zarco and Ralph and